Hey there everybody, this is UltconX's. I decided to do a Let's Play on Super Metroid. It's one of my favorite games from my childhood. I've beaten it several times. And I think it's fitting that it's the first game that I do a Let's Play on. It was probably one of the first games I ever played. We're going with French text because I can't speak German either, so yeah.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
I always thought that was a great line, and I'm not sure if that's because it's an actual great line or if it's just because it's some of the first voice I've heard from a video game. I first battled the Metroids on Planet Zebes. It was there that I foiled the plans of the space pirate leader Mother Brain to use the creatures to attack active civilization. And now we get footage from Metroid 1. Unfortunately, I've never beaten the one for the NES, but I've beaten Zero Mission. Next up off the Metroid was on their homeworld, SR-388. I completely eradicated them, except for a larva, which after hatching followed me like a confused child. Yeah, I know that part really well. This is footage from Metroid 2. Watch out, it's an alien. That's not a face hugger at all. It's close enough though. I personally delivered it to the Galactic Research Station in Ceres so that scientists could study its energy and producing qualities. And, yeah, he probably didn't survive to the end of this game. Metroid has a bad standing with scientists. If they're in a Metroid game, they probably don't survive to the end. The scientists' findings were astounding. They discovered that the powers of Metroid may be harnessed for the good of civilization. Well, that's good. And then those are more scientists that are probably fodder. Satisfied that all was well, I left the station to seek a new bounty to hunt, but I had hardly gone beyond the asteroid belt when I got when I picked up a distress signal. Ceres Station was under attack. Well, whenever there are Metroids around, there's generally trouble, so, you know. Space colony, or Colonne Spitali, and I'm sorry to the French. And this is the first actual gameplay you get. This is yeah, there's not much I can say here. It's pretty straightforward. So this is my first Let's Play. Oh, there's the dead scientist that I was figuring were going to be around. It's funny because as a little kid I never really noticed they were there, and then like at some point I ended up playing the beginning as a teenager, and I was like, wow, those are dead bodies. And the last Metroid is in captivity again. The galaxy is at peace once again. Thanks to the oh, Ridley attacks. I could never have seen that having exactly what I wanted in the middle of a room could in fact be a trap. I'm not really sure how they became invisible. I guess I can assume that he was like hiding in the background or something. Just imagine how hard Ridley would be like if he could disappear. Those of you who know who Ridley is. For those of you who don't know who Ridley is, this is Ridley. He's a reoccurring boss in the Metroid series. one of my test recordings that I did try and get this one, well, in better quality, I actually found out that you can in fact beat him, but it doesn't really change anything. Normally he goes away if you hit like less than 30 HP, but you can actually beat him. By beating on, yeah, that, where he drops it. Unfortunately, the first time that I had that recorded, it wasn't very good quality, so I deleted it. I was so surprised that that happened. So, here's another running theme in a Metroid game. The self-destruct sequence. I swear, whenever Samus walks into a building, it almost always ends up blowing up by the time he walks out. Actually, whenever she sets foot on a planet, it even explode. The deadliest creatures in the game, the ceiling tiles. That is the one part that kind of sucks. The only way to, unless you beat Ridley, he almost always gets you to low enough HP so that you have to listen to that warning siren. The warning beeping of death. Planetes it is. But yeah, anyway. Hopefully I'll be doing fairly well so I won't be near death half the time so that you guys won't have to listen to it too much, but yeah. There's not much to say because this is the opening of the game and all, but I'm sure it'll get more interesting when more interesting things happen. I love the fake thunder effect in the background, the rain. It sets up this eerie atmosphere. A lot of the Metroid games do kind of have an eerie atmosphere. Like, if they really tried for it, they could probably make this more of a survival horror-y type game, except, well, not like survival horror, but like a, like they could add creepier elements to it. Metroid Prime Echoes is kind of like that. Where they had the dark side of a planet, and they had, a creature that could, essentially mimic and corrupt whatever they touch. But yeah, I've always liked Metroid Prime Echoes. This is the intro to the this is the end of the first game you saw in the intro. I always thought this was kind of neat because I was like, hey, this part was from the intro, but like when I finally actually played it in Zero Mission, it was so awesome. Yeah, I've never actually beaten the first Metroid game on the NES, mostly because I started to play it and then I end up getting bored at some point and I just quit. But it's unfortunate to say that. Maybe I'll do a Let's Play of that next. That was like a security camera type thing. At least I always thought of it as I always thought of it as a security camera. Then again, I also, as a little kid, thought the final boss would be Ridley. But yeah. Spoiler alert for a game that was made in 1994. Yeah, Ridley's not the final boss. Mother Brain didn't die. If you're watching a Let's Play, I'm not really sure why you would try to avoid spoilers, but hey, whatever. To each their own. I don't want to anger like the couple of people that are watching this thing, but yeah. As it turns out, those are all hooked up to Mother Brain. Yeah, this isn't a 100% completion playthrough. This is just a pretty casual thing. I'm playing it because I figure it'll be a good thing to start off my Let's Play series with. I'll probably mostly be playing games that I'm fairly familiar with, but I'm open to suggestions. If I can get a hold of it, I'll probably play it. Unless I have a really good reason not to, of course. Yeah, so the place is alive after I grab the morphing ball. So, oh my god, space pirates! Yeah, these ones aren't particularly threatening. One shot will take them out. But later on they do become tougher. It's funny, like any other game that I've actually played, or every other Metroid game that I've played, I always assumed that space pirates were like a big pushover whenever I first played them. But then over time I realized that they are actually supposed to be some of the strongest enemies in the game. It's just that this one being one of the first Metroid games I played, they made them simple because they're in the beginning of the game. Even later in this game they become really tough, even with all your stuff that you get. Almost made it out of there. Really getting hurt. Yeah, I hate these straight vertical shafts in the game. I don't think there are too many, but that one is one of the ones that gave me the most trouble. Or it did as a little kid. Probably up till the halfway point of the game, I'll probably be saying, especially in the beginning, it'll decrease over time, but I'll be saying as a little kid a lot probably. Because I played this game all the time as a little kid. But I wasn't very good either. I didn't have the coordination or the strategical skills that I possess as an adult, or even as a teenager, for that matter. And here's Criteria. I'm not really sure how that'd be pronounced. I always called it Criteria, but I've been known to mispronounce things. But I'm not particularly sure how long I should make the episodes. I was thinking like maybe 15 minutes to half an hour. If you guys have any preference, post it in the comments. If I don't get any feedback, I guess I'll just shoot for half an hour. I'll just test things out and see how people feel about it. I hope I can be entertaining for half an hour. But, so yeah, now we're on the quest to get the bombs. Quest is over. Well, that was pretty easy. It's never that easy. This thing is like a Chozo robot. Generally, they don't get up. For those of you who don't know much about Metroid. But yeah, I always used to have trouble with this guy because I never used missiles against him, which they wreck him. Well, he's tenacious, I'll give him that. He came at me without a head and everything. Yeah, as a little kid I would use missiles and I tried to take him out solely with the power beam. and he'd probably kill me, which is kind of funny because he's not particularly difficult, even with the power beam. As long as you dodge some of his moves, you're pretty much fine. But now we have bombs, so we can reach more parts of the game. We can delve further into the world of Metroid. Bombs are probably one of the most useful items in the game, in any of the games really. In this game, they destroy certain blocks, as you saw, and they also show off certain blocks that can't be seen regularly. Like, I'll show you what I mean once I get to one, but certain blocks can only be destroyed with like missiles and stuff like that, and bombs show you which item you can use to destroy the block with. I'm gonna go and save my game really quick. I guess I'll go ahead and make this episode about half an hour. Or I will play until I beat the second boss, because I think that'll be a solid first episode, because I feel as though you're getting kind of gypped with this excellent commentary I'm putting on at the moment. Hopefully more exciting things will come between now and then. Yeah, see, it shows a stat you didn't get up. Yeah, for right now I'm just yeah, well, I'm not going for 100% completion. I'll pick up pretty much anything that I know the location of immediately. I don't want to have to like look up a walkthrough to try and get 100% completion, because I don't think it'd be fun to watch me just go around and doing item completion. Most likely, I'm going to stick to mostly like casual Let's Plays, but like I guess if there's a special occasion or something, I will. I can try to do a Let's Play or two where I try to speed run a game or something. I'm not sure how entertaining that'll be, since well, I mean, I'm not terrible at video games. Like, I've beaten Ninja Gaiden, but I'm not sure if that's attributed as much to actual skill as to persistence. Because I think I played it about 12 hours to beat it, so I played it for so long I had to actually take a nap to avoid, like, destroying something, so that's Ninja Gaiden for the NES, by the way, not the remake. I've actually never played the remake. So yeah, nothing particularly entertaining going on, since this is pretty much still the beginning of the game. And now we can finally move on to the next part. This wall, it must be gone. Yeah, this game is full of like hidden passages and stuff, as you've probably noticed by the gameplay. It's a game that involves a bit of backtracking. In fact, it's all the Metroid games are known and notorious for their well, I don't know if notorious is the word, but they're known for their backtracking. Usually you'll hit a point in a location where you won't be able to move forward any further, and then you'll have to get a new item somewhere else, and you'll go back and you'll move on. it's generally pretty fun just to see all the different locations and all the different bosses you fight. I love the boss design on pretty much every Metroid game I've ever played. I can't honestly think of anyone that I've played that I was just like, wow, this boss just totally blows. It's unimaginative and everything. Yeah, so this is where you'll be backtracking to after you defeat those 4 guys. That's like the earliest backtrack. It takes the longest time to complete, because that leads to the end of the game. And I really do love that room. It's really ominous, and you can tell that it's very important that you go back there at some point. It took me forever to beat the game when I first played it, because I played it over like a span of months, so I completely forgot about that room and just didn't know what to do for so long. It was pretty funny. Well, I think it was pretty funny. These green things can't be killed unless you use the grapple beam, which I don't have. Or at least I think that's it. I can't quite remember. It's been too long. Yeah, that's another thing. I've played through the opening of this game as a little kid so many times that I just automatically remember like pretty much everything. But as we move on, I will eventually reach a point where everything will be pretty much new to me again, and I'll only like vaguely remember things. So hopefully by that point, things will get a bit more interesting. This is Brinstar. It actually existed in the original Metroid. We fought Kraid here. Who's Kraid? He's another well-known character. If you played Melee, you probably know him. He's got an entire stage dedicated to him. But he's significantly lesser known than Ridley, even though they debuted at about the same time. It's probably because Ridley can be put in a lot more games than Kraid can. And you'll see why once we get to him. Yeah, I really like the feel of this place. Like even the whole plant feel and everything. Because you don't see it very much in video games, I don't think. It's like the floors are made out of thorns. Everything has a really natural feel to it, which is pretty cool in a space game. Well, I guess it's not really space, but you guys know what I mean. Or you don't. But yeah, everything has like a really natural feel. I suppose that's what they were going for, so they did well there. It takes 5 missiles to open red doors, by the way. I don't know if anybody's actually going into this for actual information or not, but I suppose I can explain things for those who don't know anything about, or don't know much about Metroid. Yeah, there aren't too many of these rooms, and I'm glad for that. Because as you kill these creatures, the room significantly gets darker, and there's almost always spikes everywhere. So if you kill enough, it's pretty much a death sentence towards the end of like the room. And it's kind of cool in a way that it's kind of... You're very unlikely to survive if you mess up, or like if you kill them all. Well, in this room you'll probably be okay, but like the later ones, it's like it can be pretty fatal to kill them all. And they set it up really early that it's like that. Like, that room wasn't too dangerous, and pretty much if you keep going forward, you will push through it. But yeah, it's pretty cool how they established that. I always kind of like these rooms. I'm not really sure why. They're like pink and flaky. But like, I almost imagine the room to have like kind of like a texture like a mold, because it kind of has like a mold feel to it, I think. Then again, I was really young when I saw these graphics, and I pretty much made up my own imagination of what it's like. And then like those memories have kept on through to nowadays. Yeah, I hate those bugs. They can deal a lot of damage if you're not paying too much attention. Yeah, I was actually supposed to go up, but I decided to go ahead and get the charge beam, since it's not really. It was really easy to get, but see how that block turned into a power bomb? The power bomb block. It basically means I need the power bomb to destroy that block. And anytime you bomb a block that can't be destroyed with the bombs, but can be destroyed in the future, then you will get that. Then you will end up with that result. The orange doors require the power bomb as well, so and those blocks down there are gravel beam blocks. So basically, the game's telling me that I'm going to end up coming back here later for something. Which is kind of cool because it gives you a taste of what you'll be able to do in the future. And even if you don't entirely know quite what is going on, you'll be like, wow, I wonder what I used that stuff for. So it kind of pushes you to play further. So yeah, we're about to go toe-to-toe with the game's second boss, which I'm not gonna lie, is a huge pushover as well. Like to the point to where you can beat him without even getting touched. And as a 5-year-old, I figured it out. So, or I had my Uncle Jake tell me. It's hard to say. It could very well be either of these. Yeah, this is why I love the charge beam. There's an item in the game called a screw attack, which basically, if you do a somersault, then you instantly destroy creatures. If you charge up a charge beam and then somersault with it, then you will do a fake one. It isn't as strong as the screw attack, but it's really good for the beginning of the game when you can't really deal that much damage, because it does deal a pretty good amount of damage. Also, it differs in the screw attack in that if you hit one creature, you'll have to charge another charge before you can destroy it. But yeah, here's the boss, and here's essentially the secret to it. If you hide in the corner as a morph ball, he can't touch you. Like, even the spores won't hit you, I don't think. So, the strategy to beat him is, for anytime he opens his, or you can't deal damage to him except that mouth part inside. So you just basically shoot him until he dies. Which, granted, is the strategy for most of the bosses in this game, but you can't run out of ammo because anytime you shoot a spore, it'll probably drop ammo or health. So it's very difficult to die here, unless you just don't know what you're doing and you're just completely confused. Or you're stupid, like I am. But, yeah. So as a 5-year-old, I kind of figured out the way to beat him. It's not that difficult. It does take a little bit of time, though. It is only fitting, though, that in a plant level you fight a plant. But he's definitely no Flagra. There's not much to say here other than that. I mean, I'm mostly just weaving back and forth like he is, because he opened up on me. I guess he can hit you in the corner if he opens up on you. He doesn't do that very often, though. And even then, you just hide in this corner if you really didn't want to get touched. There are like 4 different hiding spots, and all you have to do is hide as a morph ball. I'd say this wasn't a fair fight because you can hide, but technically he's hiding too most of the stage, so you're really just doing a defense fight, more or less. Nobody's doing anything, so... And yeah, that was the end of him. Yeah, so now he's solid and I can jump on him, as you saw. And now we get probably what is one of the more useful items in the game. The super missile, which opens green doors and has the power of 5 missiles in one. So if you shoot a red door with them, it instantly opens it up. If you shoot a green door with it, it instantly opens it up. If there are creatures that are on a surface, when you shoot it, it will knock them off. I'm not really sure if it does anything else, but they're very rare for the most part. Yeah, see, they were hiding in the ceiling and knocked them off. I think this one's super missile too. But they're probably one of the better weapons in the game, to use, especially to use against bosses because they deal so much damage. I tend to use them first just because you can deal as much damage really quick as you can, and then you can just finish the boss off with regular missiles at that point. Or the power beam, depending on the boss. Most bosses aren't affected by anything but the missile, but from what I can remember. But yeah, the bosses in this game are pretty cool overall. The first 2 kind of suck. Although I guess the Chozo statue is kind of cool in its own way, in that it's oh, shoot, I should probably save so I can get this, so I'm not taking up tons of time. But yeah. Shoot, what was I saying? Well, I forgot. If I can, I'll probably watch this video and continue what I was saying in part 2. That whole, forgetting to save thing kind of threw me off. Okay, so, yeah, I'm still a bit of a noob in this recording thing. I will probably get better in time, because that's how things work. Practice makes perfect and all that, but yeah, if you want to see more of my work, or if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any suggestions, any comments, write it in the comments. Thanks for watching, everybody.